All right, welcome everybody. This is stream number 7. I've already done 7 of these. Holy moly. Time goes by fast. So once again, I'm doing a Monday stream. Just because this week's a little bit busier for me. I might turn this down a little bit. Just because this week's a little bit busier for me. What up, Steve? How you doing, brother? Yeah, I'm doing. I did a Monday today. The last couple weeks I've been doing Monday just because I'm working tomorrow and I don't know when the hell I'm going to be off. I may be working late, and I'm going into the busy season. So I work in the wine industry in Napa. So the September, October is the harvest time. So everything's super, super busy. So I'm going to try to do a live stream whenever I get some free time during the week. Did I get the email? Did you get the email that I sent you? No. What'd you send me? What's up, Too Tall? How you doing, brother? Just hanging out. I'm going to do some ball plugging today. I decided to go through my collection of balls and get rid of the ones where I have a very weak layout, that the balls just really don't work for me, or I just never really want to bowl with those balls. So I made a list. I got the Brunswick Mesmerize back here, and the PSO drilled that. The PSO drilled the Crimson Jackal that I have here, and I drilled the Brunswick Endeavor. So when I rolled the Brunswick Mesmerize, I wasn't really too impressed with the ball reaction. And then when I did my measurements and stuff, once I got my Prosect, I did my measurements, and I found out like the PSO did 50 by 4 3/4 by 15. So it's a pretty weak pin to pap for me. So I'm thinking I'm going to plug this up and I may re-drill it for a stronger layout. I may go like 4, maybe 3.75 to 4, maybe get a little bit better reaction with it. The Crimson Jackal is the same way. So the Crimson Jackal was almost identical to that one. Crimson Jackal was 50 by 4 3/4 by 23. This was another one. Even though I got my highest game with this ball, I think the lane conditions were just right, and I was rolling it really, really slow. I was trying to change my ball reaction or my ball speed. And every time I go back to this, I just don't have a good game. I put different surfaces on it and all that. So I may plug this one up today. I'm still kind of deciding, and make it a little bit stronger pin to pap as well. The Motive Max Throw Hybrid, I sold that. That's out of my collection. That ball just does not work for me either. And I've given that surface, I've given it everything, and it kind of reminds me a lot of the vibe. I think the Max Throw Hybrid is more intended for two-hander high rev. It doesn't really work for me that well. I sent a slow motion video of me throwing. Oh, I didn't get that. What? You sent it to the bowlingfool@gmail.com? Too Tall. Yeah, Sam, I'm following your lead, twin. Too Tall in the house. Too Tall. My wife has an absolute power that has too much back end and total hook. Going to plug it and re-drill it weaker, smoother. Nice. Okay. I gotta check my email and see if I got that. I don't remember getting the bowlingfool@gmail.com. I'll have to double check. Might have went to spam or something. Let's see. So yeah, Max Throw Hybrid's done. The Endeavor, like I said, this one I got just because our buddy D'Lo got one as a surprise ball, and he didn't even drill it. I think he just sold it. He says, "What the hell is this ball?" And I saw it for sale. I think it was at Buddy's it was like $70. I was like, "Oh, what the hell? I'll buy it." And there's no wow factor to it. You know, I've rolled it probably 20, 30 games, and it's just kind of eh. I rolled it the other day, last Monday, and it just doesn't really do anything for me. So I'm going to plug, it's going to be a little bit challenging to plug this because we do have silver and a little bit of light blue. I may do a two-tone, or I may do, some of this silver here as well too. And then I'm going to do the mesmerize today. I've already did the half plug, so I've just put clear epoxy, clear resin in there on both the thumb and the fingers. And so all I have to do now is just make a little bit and match the colors of the ball. And I also threw in, I got all these little bits that I threw in the thumb in here. These are the leftovers from when I made too much pour on the other balls. And then I did this one too. So if you guys are plugging balls, don't waste your excess, right? Because I was doing that before. I was like, I don't know what to do with this stuff. I guess I just waste it. And I forgot who it was who told me. He's like, get one of these, these silicone ice trays. And when you're done plugging the ball, you just fill these up. And once they harden up, you can fill the hole up and just take up some space. That way you don't use as much next time. So this whole thumb hole is just filled with all those little bits and so I hardly had to use any to get that amount. So really cool idea, and you don't waste any, because this thunder plug stuff right here is super expensive. But yeah, I'm kind of torn on the Jackal. I don't know what I want to do yet, but I'll decide on that later. I'm going to try, like I said, I'm going to keep this around maybe 2.5 hours max. It's 96 degrees outside in Northern California. It's the hottest day of the week. And I just got an AC unit blowing on me from Facebook Marketplace for $100. So I got the AC. I got a little bit of cool air coming in the garage, which is pretty nice. Before it was just an oven out here, and there's really no insulation out in the garage. So I got some AC unit coming in. All right, Steve. Yep, my cousin got the new Brunswick combat drill tonight. Ooh, nice. He threw it pretty good. Got it as a mystery ball for him. Damn. I didn't end up buying a mystery ball last week, like I said I was going to, because I'm actually scared I'm going to get like a ball that I really don't want. So I'm tempted to pay the extra $10 to tell him, hey, the two balls I really are on my radar right now are the Severe Collision and the the Hater Pearl. Those are two that I really want. I'm not paying the 190 or 100, yeah, I think $190 that they want for it. I'm not paying brand new for it, but yeah, let's see. Oh, so he threw it pretty good. So he likes the combat then, yeah? It's a cool looking ball. I mean, I'm not gonna admit all the new balls that came out are pretty cool. I think Brunswick released so many balls the last month that it's just like they're gonna get bypassed and they're gonna go on discount really quick. So I guarantee that ball in the next 5 months will be highly discounted. Another thing too that I noticed this morning, if you guys check Bowler's Mart and Buddies, and I check, the three places I check are Bowler's Mart, Buddies, and Gebhardt's, right? Those are the best deals anywhere. And I checked Bowler's Mart today, and they have killer deals going on right now. Like I said, I'm not plugging anybody's specific company, but I had to laugh because the High Road 40 is $114 and you get a free Bowler's Mart t-shirt when you buy it. I was like, damn, maybe I'll get the 15 pound and see how the 15 pound compares to the 16 pound. And then also the new Identity is $159. They messed up big time when they made that second one, because now nobody's buying the second one. And it's probably just as good as the first one, I'm sure. But yeah, $159 for the Identity, the purple one, and they give you a free t-shirt, a Bowler's Mart t-shirt with your purchase. So if you're in the market for those, that's the place to get them at. Super cheap. But I know Gebhardt's has the Identity for 179 bucks. So I guess those things are not selling at all. Same with the High Road. That I think they're just dropping down prices big time. So if you look at all the Brunswick balls too, the Brunswick on Bowlers Mart and also Gebhardt's all lowered their price. Like what was it? The 3D offset at Hammer Assault is like 130 bucks. You know, I was in the market to get that too. There's a whole bunch of really good Brunswick balls for like around 130 bucks that were normally like 170 bucks. So now's the time to be buying balls if you guys are buying balls. I think what's happening is, like, when I got into bowling last year, it was a good year before balls got discontinued. And I think they're just making so many now that they're getting discontinued within like 6 to 7 months. It's like, damn. And my PSO told me last year, he's like, when you see a ball go on sale, that means it has a couple more months and it's being discontinued. So take that for how that's, whatever it's worth, you know. So when I see balls go on sale, I was like, okay, that one's on the chopping block. So it's only going to be wait a couple more months. It'll probably be a hell of a lot cheaper. So too tall. So you're plugging in 2 steps. Clear first with ice cubes most of the way, then color the top inch or so. Yes, I'm doing that. I usually went halfway, and I'm like, this stuff hardens. I don't need to go halfway. I mean, what did I do? I did the fingers yesterday on both balls and let it dry overnight. And then I did the thumbs this morning. I think I woke up at like 6 in the morning. I did the thumbs on both, and they're rock hard. I mean, they're super hard already and cured, so I'm not worried about it. I left the balls out in the heat. It was like in the shade. It was probably like 85 degrees, so it cured really quick. Steve Suter, wife got in flash floods in the Mojave Desert. First rain in 2 years. Holy moly. That's not good. Yeah, flash floods in Mojave are something to witness. Holy moly. They come down and, yeah, it's massive flooding. Was she all right? Did she get through it? Did you get stuck anywhere? Steve, he has the hammerhead, needed a pearl. That ball just came out 2 weeks ago. Okay, nice. Steve Suter, Identity equals boat anchor. Not good. The Identity, the first Identity is really good for me. My bowling style, that thing is just a strike machine for me. I love that ball. And I kind of compare it to the Piranha Power Core Pearl, because it's almost got the same shape. Broski got the Identity. It doesn't look good for him at all. It doesn't shape it well for him at all. I think he kind of struggles with that ball the first couple of times he rolled it. I haven't know if he's rolled it again. But I love the Identity. The second, I'm almost tempted to get the third, the one, just because they won 159 bucks. I was like, I don't need 3 of them. I already got one brand new in the box, the original one, so I don't need 3 of them. I want to get rid of like balls and get like the new ball. I want to replace the old and get the new ones. She got through very slow, lots of washouts. Damn. Where was this at? It was like on the way to Vegas or something? Yeah, that's crazy. I wonder if that was the storm from the heat wave we got. So whenever we get so California, we don't, if you guys are watching me from back east, I know you guys get these summer thunderstorms that just come in. Like when I lived in Charleston, every day at 3 p.m. was this massive dark wall of death coming towards me. And I was like, holy crap, everybody hide. And it was just this massive dark thunderstorm that would come through and rain for about 30 minutes to an hour, and then all of a sudden it's clear again. Well, we don't get those in California in the summertime. The only rain we normally get is in the wintertime. And so that's why we have so many fires out here in the summertime, because it just never rains. If it's a really hot and humid day, you will get thunderstorms up by the mountains, up by like Tahoe in the mountain ranges, because you got that orographic lifting and stuff. And yeah, so if you're up at Tahoe, like on a day like today, you'll see the thunderstorm clouds. It's definitely probably raining and hailing up there too. Steve, she got through very slow, lots of washouts towards Barstow. Okay. Yeah, damn. Yeah, there's a lot of summer thunderstorms out there. I did a little bit when I was out in Sedona. I lived in Sedona for a little bit, and then I those monsoons out there in Sedona, holy moly, they are crazy. All right, so I let these harden up. This is how this works, right? So you just, once they harden up, you just take them out. And I think when I run out of this thunder plug, I'm gonna get the Wizard. That's the name of it. I don't think that's the brand name, but put the brand name on there if you know what the Wizard is. I forgot the actual brand name. And this stuff I have to put into some warm water because when I was mixing it this morning, I was getting a lot of bubbles. So pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and move the camera so you can get a little bit closer up. Let's see. Oh, just one quick thing about the jigs. So I boxed up a couple jigs. I'm in the process of boxing up jigs version 2.5. And I don't know if I showed you guys last time. I made a short video about it, but I rounded this side so that when you do take it off, it doesn't hit the corner here because I had all the corners like this. But I left this side so that you can put stuff on there. That's the only really change to this one, to the that's like when I went to the machinist, I'm like, oh, I'm making version 3. He's like, well, it's more like a 2.5. So I'm like, okay, because it's just that minor change. It's not much. If anybody has the old 2.0 jig of mine and you're watching this, if you have a grinding wheel, you could just grind you can grind it right here. It's going to be pretty simple. I got the price the same because it's just not much difference. But if it's really bugging you and it's just kind of like, it never really bothered. I mean, it just bothered me a little bit. I'm kind of like really picky with how I want things. And I'm always looking to improve the things that I make. So I was like, I'll just fix that there. But like I said, if you got my old jig, just get a grinding wheel and just grind that off. It shouldn't be too hard if it bothers you, right? Some of you guys are only drilling maybe 1 or 2 balls a month. Like this was in a pro shop, they definitely probably want that off because they're drilling like my PSO drill like 15 balls a day. So I want it to be as easy and quick as possible and efficient. How's everybody doing on League? I know League started up. We lost all 3 games last week, and we had really high handicap. It's pretty embarrassing. Yeah, we did pretty crappy. So hopefully we do better Wednesday. All right, so the gray, I've always had trouble with matching grays, and it comes out a weird, funky color. So I may just do a blue on this one, a light blue. I got my color wheel here to help me out, my little cheat sheet. I'm going to clear some space on this here real quick. I think I'll do the Endeavor first. So plugging balls is a skill that I still have yet to master. It's a very hard thing to do. Sometimes it can be hard. Sometimes I get lucky and I match the color spot on. But a lot of the times I'm just like, that looks like crap. $2 said, bowling terrible in League, struggling with a wrist issue the last few weeks. Oh no, man, what's going on with your wrist, dude? That's not good. Let's see. There we go. Let's see if you can see all this stuff I'm doing. Okay. Steve blew 700 series last week in 3 games, missed 2 4-pins. 2 4-pins? 1 10-pin and a 3-bagger through a gutter. Holy moly, you can't talk crap about me anymore, man. That's funny. Yeah, there's always next week. There you go. On the plus side, Too Tall said on the plus side, going to have lots of handicap when I'm a staff. Nice. Yeah, the thing with our league is my handicap we're not starting over, so I'm like, man, I'm getting like, I think my last game, all 3 games last week were in the 180s. I'm just like, what the hell? And because I'm getting splits, I'm not able to get it. It's like, damn it, it's really hurting me. So what did I bring last week? I brought the identity. I brought my Piranha Power Core and the special effect. And I rolled the special effect, and it was just way too big of a ball for the oil conditions. I had put I think I put a 1500 service on it. I didn't resurface it because I did it when I was bowling that sport shot out in Clayton. So I was like, oh crap, I got 1500. I can't really do anything with this. So I bust out the Piranha Power Core, and it was good for all 3 games. And towards the end, it got pretty strong. I mean, it started to really pick up. But that ball, I'm going to bring, I think this week I'm going to bring the Identity and maybe the Track Paragon. I just do 2 balls, strong and then like a pearl. Yeah, that's funny. So what's your nickname now? 4-pin? And call you, if you call me 7-pin, I'm going to call you 4-pin. Okay, what do we got? Let's do... So I got this color wheel, and let's see. I want to do light blue. This blue and adding white. Okay, we're going to try that. And we got a little bit of pearl. This is a pearl ball. So I'm going to do a little bit of pearlizer in there. And Motive from Luke Rosdahl, I asked him, and he told me Motive Pearl is the best pearl. If you know something that's better, put it down in the comments. They make a gold and a silver. These are like over $20 for each one little 1 ounce. Pretty expensive, but it seems to work pretty good. Gives a little bit of pearl. I don't put too much in there. Yeah, Steve Dumbass is what I was called. They took me out of anchor position. Holy shit, damn, man, that's brutal. Took me out of anchor position for this week. Jesus, man, they're not messing around over there where you bowl. They take that crap seriously. Too Tall. Where did you get the color wheel from? Color wheel from Amazon. It's like $5 or $6 on Amazon. Yeah. It doesn't really help me out too much because when I mix the colors that it tells me to, I don't get anywhere near that. So we'll see. I'll show you today how it works. It's kind of just, you gonna have to do like trial and error. And I learned you have to put not even a drop. When you're mixing colors, not even a drop. Because any more than a drop, especially like black, it says to do black and white. Something spilling out here. Dang, man, what the hell's going on here? It's only a bummer about these little containers is they have they overfill them, which, I mean, that's good. They overfill them, but man, when you go to shake them, they're so filled up that they leak out. And I don't know how I got this on my damn fingers. See? This stuff is highly staining too. I mean, I just got a little bit right there, and it's like, holy crap, that was from my finger. Go. Steve says go to Hobby Lobby. Oh, they got what for color wheels or what? Or the dyes. I wonder if we can use any kind of dye for this stuff because I don't know exactly what this is. This stuff's pretty darn expensive too. I was thinking like, do I have to use the bowling brand ones? Probably not. And I don't know if they're oil or water based. My guess is probably maybe oil based. I don't know. Family can be harsh. Yeah. Too tall. I'm using the poster that comes with a Vice color kit of okay, but had issues with mixing consistency. Yeah, this thing I got that too. I think this is what it is. Yeah. But see this 10 blue and 30 white, that's way too much. But I get what they're trying here. I never ever put like 50 white in there, you know, when I'm doing white, because it's pretty much the same. Yeah. 10 blue, 30 white. Okay. You know, this one says blue and white, so we'll figure it out. And I believe it dries lighter, right? Does it dry lighter or darker? I can never remember. Oh yeah, I got acetone right here. Let's see. Let's see. Acetone, we'll get that off. Any dye will work. Got to be oil based. Okay, cool. Yeah, I tried to use alcohol. It didn't come out. Okay, I'll mess with that later. Let's see. Oh, that was the purple one. Damn. This thing's oil based. Yeah, because this stuff's really expensive. And then you have to shake them. Some of these have little ball bearings in them, like a little ball bearing. And you won't know until it gets a little bit lower level, and then you'll hear it in there. Too tall, same one, using much fewer drops, just the approximate proportions. Okay. Steve Suter, Bob Ross will say, happy little trees. Yeah. Anthony 710, what's up, Anthony? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Me, I just used color resin dye from Amazon to plug my bowling balls. Okay. Color resin dye. Oh, I gotta look. If you got some, well, I don't think you can put links in the comments, but I'll look it up. I haven't really looked that up yet. Okay, I'm gonna get a bowl of hot, warm water. Ugh. Woo. So what I learned is a little bowl of warm water when I mix the resin kind of helps with the bubbles. Oh, ball bearing has to be oil-based dye. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. I did art in high school, but I don't remember anything. We did all that oil-based stuff. Okay. So white and blue. I think I will do... I don't think I'll do the fingers. All right, so we do... So some people don't use the pump because they say it increases the chance of getting bubbles. But all right, we go blue. Let me know if that camera angle is good. I can adjust the camera. Maybe go down a little bit here. All right, Steve says, so according to Google AI, I repeat, do not use oil-based dye on resin or urethane balls, can crack it. Really? No, Google AI, sometimes they give you erroneous information. On resin or urethane balls. Well, I don't have any urethane balls other than my mix. Let's do 1 drop of pearl here. All right, just put about 6 drops in there on that. And let's get the white out here. Bulb, let's see, you're mixing the color into part A? Yeah, why? Am I not supposed to do that? Am I doing it wrong? Too late now. Oh, there we go. Look at that, huh? Damn. All right. The water's still a little bit too hot. No, you are. And also, you know better than I. Like I said, I'm following your lead. Oh, yeah, there was no really, what does it say on here? Like I said, some of these dyes have like a really crazy tint to it. This one's clear. This is the compound. And then the hardener has a little bit of color to it. But the colors are pretty much, when I mix the hardener in there, it doesn't really change the color at all. And it just says, let's see. Begin gently mixing with a flat-sided mixing stick, then add color, pigment, and pearlescence. So it tells you to mix the color with this of the compound. And then once you get the color going after priming, and then thunder plug hardener into the mixed compound. So yeah, you had me worried there. I'm like, oh crap. That's how I've been doing it all before. I read the instructions when I first got it. I remember. Even if it's the blind leading the blind, yeah. Yeah, you could probably mix it in with a hardener. I mean, it says to mix it with a compound, so I'm just going to do what it says. Okay, is this... Yeah. Still warm, damn. I'll mix that in a little. I'll put it in there a little later once I have the hardener in there. Okay, so we're going to add some more white because it's a little too dark. And I'm just letting it pour in there, actually. I'm not counting drops because I want it to get pretty light. And I could probably use more pearlizer here. Yeah. And the thing I've learned too is when you're mixing this stuff, that, let me get my chair. Go gentle. Don't do this. Don't do it super fast. Don't mix it super fast. So you just go very gently. Do figure 8 motions, they say. The faster you go, the more bubbles you're going to create. It's 82 in the garage, even with the AC blowing, so it's a little bit warm. If you do this in a cold environment, you will get probably quite a bit of bubbles, and it'll be a little bit hard. It'll take a little bit longer to harden when you mix the hardener in there. And then make sure you get it on the side too. And from my research, I've told the plastic sticks are better than the wood sticks, even though it says to use a flat stick. But the reason they tell you to use plastic is because the wood, they say, is porous, and it does something with the mixture. I don't know exactly what it does, but it's not, they don't recommend it. That's what they say. And then you can see it on the side too. Make sure you get it on the side of the cup. And then once I get done with these, I'll probably do I'm probably gonna cut it down maybe tomorrow or Wednesday or something, and I'll make a short, kind of like the before and after of cutting it and see the results, instead of waiting until next week's live stream, because I want to get rid of these balls. I'm getting rid of this one. I don't know. I'm just plugging these balls I have and just asking $50. I mean, I'm still contemplating whether or not I'm going to keep the Mesmerize and the Crimson. I mean, I paid a pretty penny for those. So if I do sell them plugged, they'll probably be $100. And I don't really see any pearlizer in there either. So maybe I got to mix it up more. And just because I went a little fast right there, I got bubbles. It's like, holy crap! You got to be careful. We'll go a little bit more white. And you'll notice too, like when you add white, especially to darker colors, it doesn't really change the color too much. And that's probably why Vice tells you to do 50, because that's probably when it starts to change, I'm guessing. Or they just tell you to do 50 because they want you to run out real quick, so you have to buy more. And see, it's still too dark. Maybe I just keep adding white. Who knows? Trying to get it lighter. That was probably 15 drops right there. So the other day, it was funny. The other day, I was drilling Delo's Rockstar and his Equinox, and I had everything plugged in the garage. I had the AC unit going. I think I had the TV going, and then I had the mill press going. All of a sudden, boom! Tripped a breaker. I'm like, holy crap! Just shut down on me mid drill, and I had to reset the breaker. So that AC unit that I got spits out some pretty good power. So yeah, when I use the mill press, I gotta make sure I don't have that AC running. This is an older house from the 60s, so the electrical isn't super. You can't handle a lot. Let's put it that way. They never intended people in the 1960s to have a TV in every single living room and a freaking mill press in your garage. All right, I think that's going to be pretty close to what I'm looking for. All right, so what do we got here? Epoxy, Steve says, epoxy color dyes can be used per Google AI. Any hobby store should have them. Okay, cool. Probably be a hell of a lot cheaper too over there, I'm sure. Too Tall, that $50 Primal Rage Evo is looking better each week. Awesome. Hit it a second time with compound instead of polish. Got it clean with just enough mid-lane read and back-end angle. Nice. Too Tall, same here. Have to run my vacuum mill on different outlets. Yeah. You know, bad thing is, Gramps the other day, I want to give him a shout out. So Gramps got his highest score ever with a Primal Rage Evolution, 236. Holy moly. So good job, Gramps. Like, it's your highest score. I think his highest score before that was 202 or 204. So a 236, pretty impressive. And that was with the Primal Rage Evolution. Everybody's been scoring really good with that ball. It just didn't really work for me. I think the highest score I got with that ball was like a 240 or something. But I'm glad it's working for you, Too Tall. That's awesome. Yeah, with the outlets, the thing with my garage is like there's not too many outlets anymore. They're all plugging into one main breaker. So I kind of have to be careful with that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do this. I'm not going to mix. I'm not even going to bother with a silver. We're getting too nitpicky if we start doing that. And then, yeah, that's pretty close. I don't know. Should I do silver? Should I try silver? It's not going to be, I'm not going to get a lot of money for this. That's why I'm not really trying, because I'll be lucky if I get $50 for this ball. I mean, hell, I bought it brand new for 70. Steve, I have yet to adjust ball surface on any ball. All are still out of box finish. Damn. Yeah, I can't do that. Like, I mean, you're obviously rev dominant, so you can get away with that kind of stuff. But the speed dominant bowlers, I got to definitely put service on it. I'm going to try my best on Wednesday to roll it a lot slower than I would have been rolling, and just kind of focus on my form more. All right, let's just mix this bad boy here. So with a Thunder plug, it's just one pump with the compound, one pump with the hardener. And this is a 2-to-1 ratio. So that's why this pump is higher. And there we go. We got some warm water here. So I'm putting that in there. Let it sit as I mix it. Put some light on the subject here. So I just go counterclockwise, and then I'll go clockwise, and then I'll do figure eights, and I'll mix this for about 5 to 7 minutes. Just make sure you mix it for at least 5 minutes. If you're just doing it real quick, trust me, I did like a couple minute mix. Didn't work. It never hardened up. So make sure that you thoroughly mix this, and make sure that you get it off the edge of the cup as well, the mixing cup as well too. Because you can mix all in the middle and then not touch the outside of the cup, and then you won't get that. You won't mix it thoroughly. And then I kind of bring the stick up too, so, up and down, tilt the cup. I did the wife's ball. I plugged one of her balls so she could do a two-finger or two-handed layout. So I drilled it 2-finger, and then we went. I think it was one of the first times I used the plug actually. So I didn't. It was kind of still learning, and we went bowling. I think it was last week or the week before, and she pulled out one of the balls, and it was just all filled with goop. Oh, what the hell is this? It was the plug material, the epoxy, like never hardened. It just oozed out all nasty. So, and then the bridge cracked for some weird reason. I bought a cheap drill bit on Amazon, a 7/8 drill bit on Amazon, and I think that might have caused the cracking. It wasn't like a Boeing specific drill bit. It was just some cheap one I got for like 12 bucks. So it cracked it, and I said, you know what? Let's just toss it. It was a Radical hitter. It was like the original hitter. It was a 13-pound hitter. She has a 14-pound hitter that I'm going to drill for her and do two-handed. She did a pretty good job two-handed. She did like a 165 with two-handed, and it's looking really good. She should have done that from the get-go. And so I'm going to drill her all her. By the way, she's thinking about getting back into bowling too, which is super cool because she got out of it because it was the one-arm traditional bowler was hurting her, and she was in pain all the time. So with a two-handed, she's not in pain as much, but she got pain a little bit, so she stopped. But she's got a brand new Arctic Vibe. She hasn't rolled. She's got a Ghost Pearl, 13-pound Ghost Pearl, and a Venom Shock, and the Hammer 2.0 Hybrid. And all those I'm going to drill out for two-hand. Should be pretty cool. Steve, I have let's see, Steve, 3 different houses. Each house is 3 different balls. Crazy. Damn. It's too tall. That's good when you can do that, Steve. Steve Suter waiting for that Ditch Panther to get his paws in that plug. Yeah. Ditch Panther was outside today in the heat. She loved the heat. I had to drag her in. It's like 97 degrees out there. She's laying out on the concrete in the sun. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? She's passed out. The sun wipes her out. It's too tall. I'm getting to the same point. Need 2 bags, 1 for each house. Nice. Steve Suter. Let's see. I have 10 bags. 10. No, I have 12 bags. I go through the night before. I'm like, which ball do I want to roll? Steve, I will say, though, after 60 to 70 games, they get a ball spa. Got to get that oil out. Yeah. Do your lanes have a lot of oil on them, or do you clean the balls after you're bowling with them? Because I found, like, if I clean the balls right after league, there's hardly any oil. But if I put it in the ball reviver, there's really no oil that comes out. I thought it was funny. I did the video I did where I did the reviving. I put the ball in the reviver. Everybody's like, oh my God, 140 degrees. You're taking the plasticizer out of the ball. And it's like, and then they say the oil should only come out on the ball track. I'm like, oh my God, okay. No, that's not the case. Innovative made that ball reviver at 140. I don't think it truly gets to 140. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never seen anybody take oil out of the ball and it only shows up on the track. I've never seen that before. It comes out on the whole ball. Because when you roll the ball, you go through the lane machine and your whole ball gets oil on it. So people are funny. I'm just like, what the hell? That track Stealth Solid had a lot of oil in it. I don't think that ball was ever cleaned. Too tall. That's great. Hope going two-handed can get her back on the lanes. Yeah, me too. We all do. We miss her out on the lanes. Every time she goes and goes to the alley when I'm bowling league, everybody's, oh, where you been? When you going to get back to bowling? We miss you. Okay. Yeah, this is going to look like crap without the gray, but oh well. So I've been mixing it, about 7 minutes or so? And just lightly pour it in. Yeah, it's not too bad, I guess. It's pretty light. Okay, I'll stop there. And then make sure the ball is level so that it doesn't spill out on you, like it almost did. And I'll bring the camera in or see if you can see this, but I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. See the bubbles in there? So I did my best not to get any bubbles. I put it in the warm water, and that's still what happens, right? So what I do to get rid of that is I have that torch right there that I do to just kind of heat it up and get those out of there, because bubbles, when you sand that ball down, the bubbles look like crap. So that's the only blue that I can use right now. I can't use it for the other one. Well, can I? Yeah, it's not enough. This is not enough. So I'll just put it in here and use it for another day here. Also, too, when you're filling up this little container or the ice cube trays, you know, make them different sizes, because when you put the fingers in there, if you fill each one of these up to the top, you're not going to be able to fit those in the fingers. So make them small so that you can fit them down in there. I usually make them all different sizes. And try to get as much as I can out of there, because this stuff is not cheap. Okay, so that one's done. Steve, after every league I clean them up. X in the Pit has the best cleaner to me. Nice. Yeah, they make their own. I wonder what the secret is to their formula. I just use Simple Green alcohol and water, and it seems to work good for me. I'm cheap. I get a big old gallon of Simple Green for like $10. And then the thing of alcohol. I don't put in that much alcohol anymore. Even though it's approved by USBC, I don't do too much. Okay, so it's just quick blast with the torch. It's not too much. And the bubbles go away pretty much instantaneously. And I've got this down all the way to the bottom. You don't want to have it too high, and then when you do the torch, you're burning the foam out here. By the way, I forgot who it was that told me about plumber's putty. So I've actually got plumber's putty coming in the mail today, or coming in via Amazon today. And I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that once I run out of these. I'm going to use these first, the ones that I bought from online. They're specifically made for bowling. See, I burned a little bit of the outside there. And I can see a little bit of the pearlizer in there too, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. And that's it, really. I mean, got rid of all the bubbles. I'll bring the camera back there so you can see that, what I did. See that? Nice and smooth, like glass. And I don't think any more bubbles will show up on there, so I just let that dry. Well, I see a couple. I don't know, a couple showing up. I go back there every like 5 and 10 minutes and check, and then I will get the torch on that if I need to. Okay, so we're going to move this over here. Yeah, still no bubbles. Okay. Another thing you can do too, like if you don't have a torch, what I was doing before I didn't have the torch is I was just doing this, right? Kind of getting rid of the bubbles and stuff. You want to do that when you put in the first half, especially if you have these in there. What I do when I put those little excess pieces in there, I move it around just to make sure that it gets through every little nook and cranny down there. You don't want a big giant bubble down at the bottom. All right, let me toss this here real quick. The only bummer about plugging balls is you can only do the fingers at one time. Then you got to wait for that to dry, and then you do the thumb. I wish you could do it all at one time. That would be cool. Okay, so this is a dark purple. So let's see what this one would be. This is like a violet. Let's see. Steve, okay, why fill to the top? Why not go an eighth above finger holes? I did. I did go above. I don't know if you can tell. I did go above the finger holes. Too tall. When do you hit the plug with a torch? I think that's probably delayed. I just did. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah, I'm coming back, and there's absolutely no bubbles in it. So pretty much, and that's a good thing too. If you do these holes halfway and then you fill the rest up, then you have more chance of bubbles because you have a lot more resin that can cause bubbles. I barely had, look, I mean, what is that? Let's measure that out. Uh, 0.4 inches. So that's 0.4 inches to that first mix, and I got the other one 0.3. So just barely enough. That's how you want to do it. And then that way the top part, you don't have to put that much in there, and your chances of getting bubbles are very minimal. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Let's see. Got my sticks here, and then you get these on Amazon, like the mixing sticks on Amazon. I just got a new. It's 100 piece. So there's these mixing cups, 8-ounce mixing cups. They're a little bit bigger than what you need. You don't need an 8-ounce. It's just this was the best deal. Was the eight ounces. You can get like a 4-ounce. Is fine. But or you can just cut them if you want to do that. But 8-ounce of these, I got. How many are in here? 100 pieces. Yeah, these are 100 piece, and then it comes with a bunch of popsicle sticks for. I think I paid what, $12 or something like it, 12, $15. Steve, I know you went above finger holes, but I think it's overkill and waste using all that resin. You're only plugging the holes. Why not just fill above the holes, not all the way to the dam? I guess you could. The ball is curved, so it's not really filling it. I'm not really wasting too much resin. And this stuff also settles a little bit as well too. So, I did one where like I said, I did like you did. I went just above the fingers. I'm like, I'm not going to use that much. And it wasn't enough. Believe it or not, I needed more. So I think that's why these are the height they are, is because it is curved, and the epoxy, it settles down a little bit. So yeah, I go up a little bit. I'm not wasting too much, but yeah, I know you probably don't like that answer, but sorry. All right, so we're doing purple here. Okay, red, violet, adding blue. The Mesmerize is a 4-color ball. You got the red. I think I can get away with this dark blue for the fingers. I'm not going to even bother with the red because there's not that much on there. So let's see, red and blue. Almost looks like a dark blue. I think it's just a dark blue. So we'll do that. All right, we'll do one mix, one pump. I think the key to this is just pumping it slow. See, there's just maybe a couple little bubbles at the bottom, not much. And this one I do not need the pearlizer. And I'm pretty sure this has a ball bearing in it, but I don't hear it. It's stuck. Like I said, they fill these puppies up way too much. I'll do a couple more. Just because I think that's pretty much the only color. Too tall. It's like body filler or drywall mud. You want above the surface, account for shrinkage and surface variation, but not too much more, but better too much than not enough. Yeah, true. That's the thing. Like, you don't want to go back and redo this crap, and because it's already a time consuming. Like, you have to wait. You know, it's just sitting and waiting. And it's maybe, I mean, we're talking like to fill it up from the holes to the top of the dam. I know it looks like a lot, but it's probably 0.25 of an ounce. It's probably not even that much, to be honest with you. I'm not wasting a whole bunch. And like I said, even if the stuff that I have left over in here, I reuse. Steve, I didn't know the answer. It just seems like, wow, yeah. Yeah, no, it's the way they do it. Yeah, it's just the way. Like I said, I didn't go up to the top one time, and I was like, holy crap, it was right there. And it's all because the ball is curved. If it was flat, then yeah, you would just go right above the surface, but probably a little too dark. Damn, this blue is really dark. So what do I do? How do I make it lighter here? Violet. Okay, blue. Okay. No, that doesn't look right. It's funny because it says blue, right? Which is blue violet. And if I do purple, it's going to be way too dark. Maybe I do a little bit of white, just kind of lighten it up. Maybe we'll see. I'll do like 1 or 2 whites. Whoa, too much. All right, I'm going to mix it in the warm water because it's got a lot of bubbles in there right now. Too tall. Yeah, for me, 2 finger holes is about 1.5 ounce, 50 milliliters. Yeah. Too tall. Not a lot of material, and that's without ice cubes. Yeah, that's not a lot. Yeah, what is this one? This one does, when you do 1 pump, this is 1 ounce, I believe, and this gives you ½ ounce. Damn, you can do the whole fingers with 1.5 ounces? I definitely can't do that. I also drill my fingers down to like 1.9 to 2 inches. Barely, okay. Yeah, what did I do? I think I did. Oh, you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe I can get away with that because what I did is I did both balls with the clear epoxy, and I did 2 pumps of this and 2 pumps of that, and made quite a bit. I think I was able to fill up both of those balls. So yeah, what, 3 ounces? Just over 3 ounces probably. Oh, there we go. That's pretty good. That's actually a really good color. Maybe go a little bit lighter. Whoa. Go maybe 2 drops here. When you're mixing to get colors, I would do 1 drop at a time and see what it does, because some of these colors, they are potent. And like I said, 1 drop will completely change the whole tint or color to this stuff, as I found out. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Perfect. Awesome. And it'll always look darker too in the cup. You know, you're gonna kind of have to hold it up there. Shoot, I think this one's gonna be pretty darn good, actually. And you can see on the side of the cup where the white, if you can see the white right there. So make sure you get that. Otherwise, it'll just stick to the side of the cup. Then I'm gonna do some epoxy here. All right, back into warm water you go. Slow mixing. I know this doesn't make for the most exciting stream. Sorry, guys. This is something a little bit different. I know you guys want to see the streams where I'm cutting them down and see what they look like. Those are the exciting ones. But this is just all part of the Pro Shop stuff. By the way, when I was cutting these, when I was drilling these finger holes out to get ready for being plugged, this mill machine is just spot on, like so smooth. Not one bit of chatter at all, just super smooth. Although once I got the drill bit down the bottom of the thumb, it tightened it up on the chuck. I was like, oh crap. So I got the bit actually stuck. I couldn't get it out by hand. I had to use a spanner wrench to get it off, and it was on there damn tight. So I was like, damn. So what I did is I sprayed some WD-40 dry lube up in the chuck, because I don't think I ever did that when I got it. I just kind of I just used it. But if you guys get new chucks, definitely like clean it out and lube it up and stuff. Get it good to go. Hopefully it won't do that to me again. When I got the cheap Amazon chucks, I had one lock up on me. I had a bit lock up on me. It took me forever to get that thing out of there. So I was like, no, I never had a stuck bit with a Lambrick chuck. So if I get more stuck bits with this Jacobs, I'm returning this thing. Getting me another one. Let's see. Let's catch up here. Steve Suter, hey, Too Tall, why are we the only 2 here? We should have a ball raffle. We have 50% chance to win. Yeah. You know what I'm thinking about doing too? Well, definitely when I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna give those balls away. And then I want to do mystery balls, and I'm thinking I may no, I think I'll do a surprise ball. Yeah, surprise, because that way, whatever weight you guys are, it's a little bit better. Laugh out loud, Steve. Oh, see, I got Too Tall. I got ketchup bottles, not pumps. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Put 25 milliliter of A and B in separate cups is just enough. Damn. Okay. Yeah, that'd probably be a lot easier than these. Steve, I have the Max Roll Hybrid. Has been money for me, especially for Game 3. Yeah, Max Roll wasn't good for me. What was my layout on that thing? Max Roll was 60 by 4.5 by 20. I'm learning I don't do good with 4.5. So, and it just did, and I put some surface on it too as well. And I was like, it was a cheap ball. I paid like $105 for it. Not worried about it. But yeah, it'd be better for you, Steve, because you're high rev. The speed dominant bowlers like me, I don't think it really works that well. Everybody, I watch X in the Pit too, and of course, they like the ball because he's a high rev 2-hander. So Laugh out loud, Steve. I'm game would talk Ryan into raffle and Max Throw Hybrid if he still had it. Yeah, sold it already. Yeah, sold to somebody in Broski's league. He's a two-hander. That's $50, you know. I probably have maybe 15 games on it. Steve says mystery ball. Steve, Miss Fool doesn't need to know. Yeah, like I said, if I get a mystery ball, should I tell them what I'm looking for or just keep going with the don't tell them and see what I get? I'll probably get some kind of like either going to get like a hammerhead or, you know, like 150. It'd probably be like $150 ball. I don't really want all those ones that came out. There was a whole bunch that came out. They don't really stand out to me. Like I said, the two I want are the Hater Pearl and the Severe Collision. Good. The collision line's been money for me. Like I kind of almost want to get every single collision at this point. That's a freaking damn good ball. Miss Fool doesn't care that I buy mystery balls anymore. She knows she can't stop me. Too Tall. I'm here for the boring stuff. Just drilled out the finger bevels. About to clean and plug. Nice. Yeah, thanks for being here, Too Tall. Appreciate you, brother. Too Tall. Each finger is a different color. Going to do one blue plug and one orange plug. Nice. I did that with my two-handed ball. That way I know which way is which. Steve, right now 2 subscribers are here. It says there's 7 people in the chat. There's 7 people watching. Steve Suter, terrible layout. Yeah, it is a terrible layout. What would you have done with that layout? Tell them what you're looking for. That combat is 190. Damn, oh damn, it is 190. Okay, I'll tell them when I'll pay the extra $10 and tell them what I'm looking for. I'll say strong and sharp pearl or strong and sharp hybrid. What do you think? I think that kind of narrows down my options. But you're also not guaranteed to get what you ask for. That's one of the reasons why I'm kind of leery of paying the extra 10. I mean, it's only $10, but I'd be pissed if I asked for like a strong and sharp pearl and I get like, you know, some kind of weak pearl or some crap. All right, here we go. Get my glasses on here. I don't think many people are interested in the plugs. Also, it's a little bit early too. So I think there's a lot of people still doing league. You know what? I'm gonna do a purple because I think it needs a purple here before this stuff hardens up. I do one purple. All right, there's one drop of purple. Damn, it already darkened it. Holy moly. That's crazy. Yeah, that's a better match. Like I said, one drop of purple, if you can see that. Darkened it up a lot. I mean, we're talking a lot. Where it's now, it's almost identical to that purple there. Too Tall, you going to get another Max Throw Hybrid? Nah. For some reason, I do not pair well with motives. I mean, there's just a few motives that work for me, but the majority of them do not work. I think my 2 best motives that I like, 3 motives that are my favorite, the Sub-Zero. I love the Sub-Zero. I love the Primal Shock, and I love the Venom Shock. Those are all really good balls for me. All the other ones that I get, they don't hook. They just don't do it for me. You know? So I'm just one of those weird, you know. Also the Evoke that I got too. It's like, God, this thing's not that good. And of course everybody raves about it. I think I just need to bowl. I learned how to bowl. Because if I'm saying the Evoke's not that good, there's something wrong with my game. 60 by 4 by 45. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I got to stop. I went through my whole collection, and like I said, I'm getting rid of the balls that have 4.5 and up. I may keep one. My Chill Pearl is a 4.5. I'll keep that for like really super dry lanes, but I need to be doing 4s on all my layouts, and maybe 50 by 30, 50 by 20. You know, it depends on the ball, but mystery balls are never motive. Yeah, they're never motive. I paid full price for most of my motives that I have. Of course, I had to get that EXJ Jackal too. I got the. I probably have the most balls I have is probably B7 now, but the second is motive. And they never go down in sale either. Like when they discontinue them, they may drop like maybe $20, but they do not drop those that much. So, yeah, I mean, I would like to get the Jackal Onyx. That's one ball I'd like to get if I ever roll on super heavy oil. Too tall. No, I mean watch you get another as a mystery ball. Yeah, if you're talking about motive, yeah, they don't give motives. I get my mystery balls from Bowling World, and they just give out B7. The Hysteria wasn't good for you. Not yet. Not yet. I mean, I did like one game 240 or something like that, but to be honest, I haven't really rolled it as much as I probably should. I've got so many damn balls that I need to roll it some more to give it an honest assessment. I can't, I've got maybe 15 games on it. I can't give you an assessment with 15 games. All right, here we go. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna see. Steve, watching your videos, you were throwing hard and really straight thrower. Yeah, I know. I'm throwing way too hard. Way too hard. Move left, slow speed down, and come up faster with your hand. I know. These are all things I know, Steve. I need to implement them. That's why I said like tonight I'm gonna practice, and I'm gonna really practice just going and just letting the arm swing and slowing my speed down. Like I said, I bowled last week, and I was doing like 13, 14 mile an hour, and the ball was shaping perfectly. So I have muscle memory of going fast, and it's like, slow down, just slow the hell down. I keep telling myself that. Oh man, this is like a perfect match. Holy moly. Oh, this is going to be awesome. Okay. So there we go. I'll pour the rest in here. Whoa, shoot. Forgot that bowl was filled with water. Damn it. Klutzo. Shoot. Like I said, the only balls I'm really getting rid of right now are the ones I really don't throw, or the ones that have a very weak layout that the PSO gave me. Like I said, when I had him drill my balls, I just really went into him with no rhyme or reason. Hey, just drill this up how you think I would like it, and he just kind of did whatever the hell he wanted to do. So some of them worked. Some of them were like, not so much. I'll dump this water here. Made a dang mess. All right, coming back to look at the Endeavor, still no bubbles. So that is good. All right, let me get a towel here. Hopefully that water doesn't mess it up. shoot. Damn it. Stuff can be very, very messy. Do not wear your best clothes with this stuff. And you probably should be wearing, probably should be wearing gloves, just because this stuff's kind of hard to get off your fingers, but I didn't get too much on my fingers. All right, so here we go. We're going to look and show you this. Bring you over here. And you can see those bubbles. Like I said, when I mixed that, there were no bubbles. So, by the way, Steve, I see what you're looking at. The angle of this makes it look like I filled it up really high. It's really not that much higher than the plugs. Because I'm looking through the phone, I'm like, damn it, it does look like I filled it up really high, but it's really not that much. It's deceiving. So water splashed in here. I don't know. Hopefully it'll just stay on the top and still harden. We'll figure it out. We'll find out if it's still gooey tomorrow, then it'll be a damn waste. It should be all right. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, I want to show you. You want to see a ditch panther? Here we go. This is ditch panther after a day of sitting out in the sun here. So she's camouflaged with our rug we have out here. There you are. Yeah, you know I'm talking to you, huh? You know I'm talking about you, huh? Yeah. You're being shown to the world, love bugs. Okay. Yeah, so you got to be careful when we come out to the garage. We'll step on her. All right. Okay, go back to the comments here. Let's see. Too tall. I want to get a Hysteria and an Onyx or OG Ghost before Nationals next year. Yeah, you're doing Nationals too? Yeah, we're going to do that too. I think it's up in Reno. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. Yeah, maybe I'll bring a Hysteria tonight when I go bowl, because I haven't rolled that in a while. And Onyx, I definitely want to get an Onyx. OG Ghost, the Ghost Jackal. Steve, I bet your release speed is over 21. No, I don't think it. My release speed is not over 21. It's probably like 18, more like 18. You know, when I go to Boleros, it's like the speed they show there is really accurate, and it shows me like 18. So, but I've slowed down. When I'm bowling now, I'm especially with the houses with much more oil. The reason I go fast is because Napa doesn't put a lot of oil out. So I got these big balls, and these big balls, these big hooking balls, right? And it's like you almost have to go fast to keep it on the damn lane. So I just been used to Napa all the time. And when I go to a house with a lot of oil, it's like, okay, I can't do that. I can't do that here. I have to slow down or move left and do whatever. But yeah, when I'm at Paddock or Clayton, the other bowling alleys in the area, I'm 15. I'm like 15 miles an hour, 16 tops. So I like to just keep it nice and slow, and it seems to do the trick. Steve, one way to do that is to move up on the approach. I do move up on the approach, and it slows me down a little bit, but maybe I got to move up more. I'm moving up to the second dots. Yeah, I know all the tricks to slow down. Do they work? Not really. I muscle it. I got a tendency to muscle it. I got to not muscle. Let me get this real quick here. Get these bubbles out. That's a pretty good match, if I do say so myself. Hopefully it dries a little bit like that color. It doesn't exactly dry this color. Woo! I don't know if you can see that in the camera. That's looking pretty damn good. Let's see. Steve, I gave my brand new Onyx to my nephew. Big mistake, but the Guru Oracle is just as strong. I don't understand how the Guru Oracle, everybody's saying this ball is ridiculously strong. The diff is only like, what, 0.47, 0.48? It's not a strong ball for me. And I gave it a damn 3.5. I know what I do, pin to pat 3.5 or something like that. Like I said, I'm going too fast. Yes, I know. Hysteria is always game 2 and possibly 3 for me. I finally got the EXJ ball figured out. Nice. Yeah, maybe I'll bring that. I'm going to do a motive night tonight. So I'll bring the Hysteria. I'll bring the EXJ Jackal and maybe the Crimson. I'm going to give the Crimson another shot. Like I said, when I got a 285 with a Crimson, I was hitting my spot every time, and I wasn't muscling it, so it shaped perfectly. Too tall. The blue color looks awesome. Yeah, thank you, man. I think I did pretty good on that. Like I said, hopefully it dries this color. I think it will. Make sure it's level here. And I just do like quick 1-second bursts with a torch. It gets rid of those bubbles there. Okay. The blue color. Bowling A2 mechanic. Hey, what's up, brother? What's up, everyone? Yeah, we're doing ball plugging here. So I'm plugging up the Mesmerize. I just plugged up the Brunswick Endeavor. Thanks for joining the stream, my friend. Awesome. Too tall. Can almost guarantee you're 20-ish off your hand. Okay. I guess I am 20. Yeah, shit. I gotta definitely slow down. Steve, that's entry speed, not release. Between lanes, if you see a box that is calculating your entry speed, okay. Yeah, then I'm probably 20 then. Whoops, a little too fast. Bowen A2 mechanic. My house uses lots of oil, 41 feet pattern. Holy moly. Too tall. If you come down for a lesson with Mark Baker, you can find out on Spectro. Yeah, so I think next time I come down there, I'm probably going to come down there maybe November when the harvest season starts to slow down a little bit. Usually it slows down like mid-November. So I may go down there maybe before the holidays or something, or maybe in December. And I'm going to plan to, I do plan to see Mark Baker. That's one of my priorities I want to do. I want to go to the his private facility there. Because I do like all the information it gives you and the camera and all that stuff and the speed and the front view and the side view. That's super cool. And he lets you keep all that. I mean, does he records everything or do I have to bring my camera and film everything? Or does he give me like all the footage for my hour lesson? How does that work? Too tall. What's good, mechanic? Welcome in, Bowen 2 mechanic. Thank you. How's everyone? Where are you located, Bowen A2 mechanic? I'm out in Napa, California. Panda team leader. What's up, Panda team leader? How you doing, brother? Welcome to the stream. Brother or sister, I don't know if you're male or female. Opinion on Hammer Scorpion Low Flare. I do have the Hammer Scorpion Low Flare. I got that as a mystery ball. I'll back this camera up because we're done. You don't want to be zoomed into my ugly mug here. So I do have the Hammer Scorpion Low Flare. I do like it. My PSO, when I told him I got it as a mystery ball, he's like, how the hell did you get that? I bought them all out. So he had bought like a whole bunch of them. He thought he bought them all out, but there was still some available, obviously, because I got one. He told me to drill it pinned down for more control. I didn't drill it pinned down. Let's see what my layout is. It's been a pretty good ball, actually. I like it. It's been really good for the dry. I've had pretty good luck with it. It's a strong ball. I mean, don't be fooled by the words low flare, because it's got some kick to it. I mean, definitely I underestimated. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a weak ball. And I mean, it's specifically made for dry lanes. So you're not going to use it on the fresh, obviously. I guess you could, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. What do I have on that one? I have the Hammer Scorpion low flare. I drilled that 70. There's another one, 74 3/4 by 50. Damn, it seems to work for me with that layout. 70 by 4 3/4. I probably could have done it easily. It's almost strong with that pin to pap, to be honest with you. Like, after seeing, I forgot what I did. I forgot what I drilled the numbers I drilled at, but damn, 4 3/4. That sucker is strong for me on the dry. Like, maybe I should I'm definitely going to keep that. Wait. Oh no, that was the sneak attack. I rolled the sneak attack last week, and that's another really good ball too. I really love the sneak attack. That one kind of reminds me of the low flare. That's definitely a low flaring ball. The sneak attack's it's just a really good ball when you're rolling on dry. Steve Suter, Specto can be deceiving too, though. Okay, Steve, 41-foot heavy oil is basically a sport shot. Yeah. Bowling A2 mechanic, Vinton, Virginia. Holy moly! Well, thanks for joining us from Virginia. That's way on the other side of the country there. Brad, hey, what's up, Brad? What's up? Hey, Foo Lights. Welcome to the stream, Brad. Good to see you, man. Bowling A2 mechanic is the alley. Oh, Vinton. Vinton, VA is the alley, I guess. Okay. Steve Suter, is that near Camp Vinton? Too Tall Bowen, bring your camera and equipment. His camera is just local on repeat loop. Okay, you can download your Specto data to a USB hub if you want to. Yeah, I thought it'd be cool. I'd do like I'd make it a video on my channel. Go down there and and get embarrassed by Mark Baker on my muscling and show the world. I think it'd be a good opportunity. Bowen A2 mechanic, don't know where that is. Steve Suter, it was before they closed it. Very, very, very secret area, kind of like Area 51. Hint, hint. Oh, shit. Steve Suter, if you get the Specto app, you can record and keep every session. Okay, cool. I'm assuming that's you got to pay for that app. I got to look that up. Specto app. I'll write that down. Well, I got my Amazon package. I'm gonna go grab that right now. I got my plumber's putty. Oh, you guys have to see this. This is too funny. Okay, ready for this? Look at that. Look at that tub. Look at that Tubzo Webzo. Living the life. All right, Amazon package. You guys like packages here, right? This is bowling related. I know you guys are located. I get Amazon's cool because I get same day delivery. I ordered this stuff this morning. I get it at 7 p.m. So yeah, these are more mixing cups and then mixing sticks that I got just so I don't run out. I don't know if you guys, if you guys were part of that Facebook settlement, there was a Facebook got sued and they had to pay out I don't know how many millions in a settlement, but I got my payment today. It was like it was $35. So pretty stoked. I just went on Amazon and bought some stuff I bought some hardware for my jigs. I was like, hell yeah. They give you the payment via a electronic. It's like an electronic debit card, like an e-card. You just have to load it up, and you got 30. I think they gave millions of people $35, which I'd have to look up what the total amount they owed, but I think it was like they got sued for privacy breach or some crap like that. But I got an email like a couple months ago. Do you want in on this lawsuit? I'm like, okay. Or do you want in on this claim? I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. And then I got $35 a day. So, hey, what do you know? All right, let's see. If you want, Tutal says, if you want, we can split an hour or two session and film some more content. Last time I went was 4 of us and split a 2-hour session. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even think about doing that. That would be awesome. 30 minutes each really isn't enough. Yeah, I want a full hour. I think I need an hour, probably more. I asked, when I emailed him last year, I was going to see him last year. And I'm all, do I need more than like 1 hour? Can I get like more than 1 hour? He's like, nah, just book an hour. Like, that's how honest the guy is. Like, just book an hour. And then we go from there. I'm like, I think I need 2 hours. I need 2 hours to start. Brad, I got the Troublemaker Solid from Creating the Difference. Oh, hell yeah. That's an awesome ball. I want that ball. Last week and got it drilled, pinned down. That thing is good. Yeah, everybody that I know that has that ball says it's money. And they dropped the price on that ball, too. That's another one that got dropped down to, I think, like $130. So that's next on my list. I'm getting that one when it drops down more. So here's the plumber's putty that I think it was Nick that was telling me about this. And it replaces the dams because I think it's 50 dams or 25 of these dams. They're like $1 each. So it adds up, right? And they're not reusable. They're made out of foam. But this stuff is reusable. So you just mold it on here. It's plumber's putty. It's waterproof. You shape it to whatever shape you need. I could probably cut it in half even too. And then once it hardens up, I just peel it off and I can reuse it. So I forgot who told me about this, but thank you very much. And I got this for, I think it was 12 or 15 bucks on Amazon. Moldable silicone putty. Saved me some money so I don't have to keep buying these things that are not reusable. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, what did you already bowl some games with that Troublemaker? What were your scores? That ball looks freaking awesome. Steve, video that missed 7 pins. Video that missed 7 pins. Yes, I will leave all my 7 pins that I miss in free. Okay, free app. Awesome. Thanks, Steve. Too tall. What I did was just film right off of his monitors while Mark is coaching. Would be good to bring 2 or 3 cameras if you can. Awesome. I'll definitely do that. Bowling Mechanic later, everyone. Hey, thanks for stopping in, Bowling Mechanic. Too tall. Yeah, that's the same cups I use. Oh, same cups I use. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, they're cheap, man. Like, I mean, shoot. I got this thing for like $10. And if you get the smaller ones, they're more money. Go figure. So cool. I love getting new stuff. Let's see. All right, so I'm done with that. Any more bubbles on there? Here's a couple more bubbles. All right, then we just let it dry, and then I'll do the other one tomorrow when this stuff dries. I'll probably do the same blue. I don't think I'm going to mix it with light blue and purple. So that's the only bummer is you got to wait. Okay, so I'll show you both of these right now. How they're looking. No, it's already getting pretty hard. I mean, it's already starting to gel up a little bit. Brad, I threw a 187 average with in three games with it. I used my Gremlin for my last 5 shots and threw a 5-bagger with it. Nice. Gremlin's pretty good, huh? You like a Gremlin? Everybody's liking that Gremlin. I may have to put that on my radar as well. I'm a 165-ish average lately. Damn, good job, dude. Yeah, if you missed the beginning of this stream, I was talking about the deals that they have out at Bowler's Mart right now. And where'd it go? Oh, here we go. Bowler's Mart has the High Road 40 for 114 bucks. You get a free t-shirt. The Identity is 159 bucks, free t-shirt. And a whole bunch of Storm balls are on sale right now. I mean, I could go through the whole list, but and then a bunch of B7 balls at Gebhardt's are also ridiculously low price as well too. Buddies, I still check Buddies. They don't really have anything on their huge closeout deal. If you click on that, it's the same balls from like 2 months ago. All the 16-pound balls are out, and the lowest price one I think is $99, and that's the Mantra, I believe. Which I kind of wanted that Mantra, but I've got too many balls that are in that same exact category. So I don't think I think it'd just be a waste. Brad, love the Gremlin. Probably my favorite at this moment. Awesome. Do you have Steve? You're still watching. Do you have the Gremlin too? I can't remember if you said you had the Gremlin. Scott, hey, what's up? What's up, Scott Henkel? Welcome to the stream. What drill mill are you using now? So, if you can see this bad boy here. This is the wrong foo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint Julie Newmar right here. This is the name of my mill drill, is Julie Newmar, and I'm going to write it just like the handwriting on the cover of the movie. I'm going to do right here. Oh, by the way, shoot. I had the DRO. I ordered the DRO, and they sent me the wrong one. They sent me one that was like the whole thing was way out here. It's not going to work. So I sent it back. And when I was looking at it, it was the one you get on eBay and the one on Amazon. Two Auto, T-O-A-U-T-O is the brand name, I believe. And they're down in Southern California. They ship them from Ontario. And I took it out of the box, and I'm like, there are like literally no instructions whatsoever. And it looks like they want me to drill into this thing to mount it. I'm like, I'm not drilling into this thing. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'm just going to have to like figure out a way to mount the display. But this stuff I should have no problem mounting if I even have to like just tack it on there with glue or with some strong glue or something. But wait a minute. Oh, okay. Holy moly. That scared me. I thought that was a giant crack right there, and this whole piece comes out. I was like, don't tell me this thing's freaking cracked. Yeah, this is a wrong foo. So to answer your question, Scott, this is the wrong foo that I picked up down in SoCal a couple weeks back. And then I sold my Delta drill press to the brother-in-law. He actually just started drilling up balls. He's super happy. I had to wait for my new jigs to come in. And then I gave him my old jig that I had on this one, the version 2.0. So I gave him that. He couldn't drill until he had that. He was also waiting for a plug cutter as well, too, so that he can zero everything out. But yeah, he's super excited. He's like, I can't wait to drill. He's already on his, like, I think he's on his third ball he's drilled so far. He's only had it for a couple of days. But this thing is a solid piece of machinery. $700. I mean, 700 pounds, I should say, not seven. I wish it was $700, but I paid $1,900 for it. It's a refurbished one that I got down at Sterling Machinery down in El Monte. I had to buy an engine hoist to bring it in the garage, but this is a beast. Oh, another thing that I was going to do too, I forgot to tell you guys, is you know the rotating drill bit holders that Innovative sells? They want like $450 for it. Well, I went to my machinist and I'm like, hey, what do you think about making one of these? And if we can make them for cheap, we'll sell them, you know, and because I definitely want one. I just don't want to pay $450 for one. It's like, damn. But we did research on making them aluminum and then anodizing them, having the holes laser cut, and then also making one out of stainless steel like the Innovative one. And it's just not cost effective. To make 20 of them, nobody would pay the amount I would have to charge to make any kind of like profit off it. You know, even if I was making $50 profit, it's not worth the hassle. So sorry, everybody. I tried to, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make things myself and partner with my machinist to make things that I know are ridiculously expensive for the bowling community. That's one of the reasons I made the jig. But I'm going through, okay, what do I need that I don't want to pay this price for? Hey, and I go talk to my machinist, can you do this? And he came back this morning. He's like, yeah, it's not really going to be cost effective. So in order for me to make any inkling of money, I would have to charge like $300 for it. And I don't think anybody out there would pay $300 for a rotating drill bit holder when you could buy the Innovative one. It would be pretty much the same exact thing as the Innovative one, but $450. If anybody's watching this now, or you're watching this after this live stream is done, and you watched it all the way to this point, thank you very much. I appreciate you. If you would like, tell me how much you would pay for a rotating drill bit holder. You know the one I'm talking about, the Innovative one that's $450. I can make one almost identical to that. But let me know how much you would pay. I was trying to sell them for $200. I think $200 was pretty reasonable, but it's too much hassle, too much work, and there's nothing I'm getting out of it. I would barely make probably $25, $50 profit on each one, if that, with the shipping and all that stuff. So if you guys would pay $300, it make it worth my while. I'd probably make, I mean, he said to get the price and I had to make 20 of them, which that's one of those things I don't think I'd sell as quickly as the jigs. The jigs sell really good because people need those. People don't need rotating drill bit holders, unfortunately. But so I'll probably just suck it up and pay the $450 and get the rotating drill bit holder and not make a whole bunch of them. But it's one of those very niche items that like pro shops would use, or anybody in the DIY, it'd be pushing it if you guys wanted to pay that. If anybody wanted to pay that much for it, you'd have to really want it. Steve Suter, wait till Black Friday. You will see crazy prices. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely waiting until Black Friday. Hell yeah. Although last Black Friday, there wasn't that many good deals. We were all waiting around like, this is it. There was no good deals to be had on Black Friday, online, that is. In your pro shop, maybe they offer better deals at your pro shop. But if you had deals last Black Friday, let me know, because we didn't see any of them. We looked everywhere. Me, the Broski, and D-Lo. We didn't see any of them anywhere. So you just have to keep checking. Like I said, the deals I'm going to get, well, one, the Rockstar for $89. I couldn't pass that up. And then, what was it? Just all the discontinued balls. I'm cool with discontinued balls. Like, discontinued balls are just as good as the ones coming out now. I mean, hell, they only came out a year ago. So I'll gladly buy, Wicked Collision for $70. Yeah. I'll buy a ball for 99 bucks that's discontinued. If it was a good ball, hell yeah. I kind of regret not getting the Hater hybrid. Was it Hater hybrid or Hater solid? Because that one I heard was really good. I drilled that one up for the Broski and also D'Lo. And I went to go get one. I'm like, I'll wait a little bit. I'll have time to get one. And they're all sold out pretty much everywhere. So yeah, I was kind of bummed about that, but I've got 30 something balls. I got balls that are better than the Hater. Yes, not drilled yet. Okay, cool. Awesome. Let me know when you get that sucker drilled up. Brad, Tu Wong Fu. That's right. Love that name. Steve says, love that name. Steve Suter, JB welded to the press. I'll probably do something like that. I'm not drilling that. I'm not drilling into that thing like it tells me to. The thing comes from China, so the instructions that do come with it are just like, they don't make any sense. It's like a damn blueprint. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm looking at here. I don't know anything about DROs, so I'm kind of installing this. I'll be the first one to install it, other than looking at videos on YouTube of how to install it. Too tall. I mounted my DRO's indicator on a magnetic welding gun holder. We'll send you a pic. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Magnetic holder. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. That's probably perfect. Yeah, good idea, Too Tall. Man, you got some good ideas, brother. Scott Hinkle, what do you think about the Motive ball plug? The Motive ball plug, the only Motive ball plug. Oh, I haven't used that yet. The only one I have is this one right here, the Storm Thunder plug. This is the very first plug that I've used. I asked Luke Rosdahl, if you watch his channel, I bombarded him with questions before I got the plug epoxy and resin and stuff. I asked him what his opinion was. Tell me, because I watched some of his older videos where he was plugging balls, and I kind of learned from him watching him do his stuff. He says Storm Thunder plug is still his number one go-to, even though he's not a Storm anymore. And he says Motive can be really hard. So he says when it hardens up, when you're cutting it, it can be really hard to cut. That's a quote from him. The Broski went from Thunder plug to the Wizard. And I know Wizard isn't the brand name, but it's the name of the ball plug. Oh God, it's a B7 company. Ultimate Wizard ball plug is pretty much, the Broski loves that better than this stuff. So after I get done with this, I'll probably get the Wizard, Ultimate Wizard, and see how that is. When he gives me his balls like to cut down, there are no bubbles at all in that Wizard stuff. There's still a little bit of bubbles in mine. Even if it's clear on here and I cut it down, there still ends up being weird bubbles. I don't know, but I got a lot better with that by putting in warm water, and then by getting this torch This torch really helps out. If you don't have a torch and you're doing ball plugging, you need to get one. I think I paid $15 for this on Amazon, and then they don't send you the cartridges. So this is what you need to fill it up. So butane. And I got this at Home Depot for $10, I believe. I can't remember the price, but you got to get this at the hardware store, because I don't think it's just because it's flammable. I don't think they sell it through Amazon, but they'll sell you this. I just put it in the bottom and fill it up. It's got a gauge there, which I'm down to half right now. But this has definitely helped out with bubbles. So definitely get that. So to answer your question, Scott, I haven't messed with the Motive ball plug yet. Too tall. Drill bit holder might be a better fit for 3D printing or laser cut wood. Yeah, that's what the machinist was telling me too. He's like, you'd be better off doing 3D printing. I just wanted something that was strong. I wanted something that looked cool, like the Innovative one. The Innovative, the stainless steel one, is freaking awesome. Like, that thing would last you a lifetime. And that's what I wanted to make. Like, I know I can make wood and all that stuff, or a hard plastic or whatnot, but I wanted to make a quality one But yeah, you're right. I could make something out of wood. And the machinist can make me a square one, right? That comes up here, but it's all big. I don't want something that's really big. I want something that's out of the way that holds every single one of the bits. Steve, with so many new ball releases expected, it will happen. They will be dropping balls like crazy. They are dropping balls like mad right now, like mad. And every time a ball comes out, I write it down. Okay, this is on my list that of balls I want when they become discontinued. And I wait. Like I never buy a brand new ball unless I really, 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 really want it. And that's pretty rare. I think my last brand new ball was the hell was my last brand new ball other than a surprise ball? I mean those, yeah, special effect for $89. Hell yeah. I think my last brand new ball was the EXJ Jackal, I think. What did I get? Let's see. I mean full price brand new, I should say. Oh, Storm Identity. I think that was my last brand new one that I got. An EXJ Jackal. I can't remember which one came out sooner. The High Road 40 was a gift from Broski and D'Lo for drilling their balls. So that they paid that. It was like 150 or 160. And I think they got a coupon code, or they had deals because they bought from Bowler's Mart. Yeah, and then in Hysteria, the Evoke Hysteria. Those were the last brand new ones I got. And then after seeing those ball reactions, I'm like, you know what? I'm not buying brand new again. Too tall. By the way, I was wrong. 40 millimeter is one finger hole, not two. Okay. I was going to say, damn, dude. Let's see. Where's 40 millimeter? A milliliter. Oh, yeah. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. That's almost about what? 1.5 ounce. Yeah. Damn. That's even a lot for one. Yeah. I guess that will work for one finger hole. Yeah, I was gonna say, damn, like how I was thinking in the back of my head, like, damn, how deep are those holes you have? They're probably like super. You can drill them like 1 inch down. It's kind of crazy. Too Tall, hit me up if you need any help with the DRO. I had to figure mine out with no instructions already. Okay, I definitely will help hit you up on that. And I sent it back. It should arrive. I returned it last week. As soon as I get my money from them, because I'm always skeptical about like getting my money back from a return. So you should have seen the way they packaged this thing. Holy crap. Like I went to FedEx to it was free return, right? I didn't have to pay the shipping for return. But when I took it to FedEx, the same way it was shipped to me, the FedEx guy's like, and I'm like, this is the way they shipped it to me. It was just a long box and then a tiny box taped to it. So I just did that. I just did a lot of packing tape, and I made it the same, but I made it a lot stronger with the tape attached to it. And I'm like, this is the way they sent it to me. I said, I taped it up really good. He's like, okay. I was almost about to deny it, but I saw you put a bunch of tape on there, so I'll let it slide. I said, cool, man. So it came via UPS the first time when I did the return. I shipped it FedEx for some weird reason. Too Tall. All my torches are too big. Trying my heat gun now. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this is a tiny little one. TB Teak is the name of the brand on that one. Like I said, Amazon. Works pretty good for me. I like it. Steve Suter, right now, if you ask me, Rotogrip has been killing it. Agreed. Gremlin. Brad, you need a new Gremlin. I do like the 0.58 diff on 0.058 diff on that. That's awesome. For a 15 pound? Hell yeah. I had to get 0.58 diff on the 16 pound high road. I will probably wait on the Gremlin if I do get a Gremlin. I'm not in a rush to get that. I'm actually kind of budgeting in my money right now. Hello.
Hello.
Miss Fulio got home. Say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
There you go. Yeah. All right. Steve Suter, RST Hyperdrive Pro is smoother than the Gremlin. Gremlin is a hockey stick. Okay. Damn. Yeah, I do like hockey stick shape. I am kind of curious on that RST Hyperdrive. Yeah, you know, damn. That's RST is Rotogrip, right? Rotogrip? Yeah. Yeah, they are making some pretty damn good balls right now because that RST looks, both of those RSTs look awesome. Steve Suter, too tall. Stop with metric. Stop with the metric system. I'm too dumb to figure it out. 40 milliliters, like what? At 1 ounce? We're back on. Got a power outage. Hopefully, streaming. We will see. I'm checking this out. Probably messed everything up. Shoot. I didn't even have the mill press on and the power went out. Well, let's see if we can get back to the stream here. All right, let's see. Damn it. This sucks. All right. Well, yeah, we're gonna have to end it. If you guys are still watching this, we're gonna have to end it because I can't get on the internet and it's all wonky. So thanks for watching, everybody. If you have any questions about anything that I did, leave them down below. I'm gonna be filling these up tomorrow and then cutting these down. I'll make a short video on cutting them down. Oh, so you can see me? I'm back on again? Here we go. Here we go. Ah, there we go. Okay, now we're back on. Sorry, guys. It took a while for my internet to boot back up. Okay, let me know if this sounds good. Yeah, I don't know why the hell we had a power outage. We have a damn Tesla battery on the side of the house. When the power goes out, it should go directly to that, but there's like a little stop. It's like, and then it switches over real quick. When it switches over, we lose everything. Everything goes out. And we lose internet. It's like it should be a seamless transition. Oh well. Okay, I'll try to get back on these comments here. It's too tall. Steve, it's just the easiest markings to use on the cup. Buffering, yeah. Brad buffering. Steve, Houston, we have a technical problem. Too tall, miss the bowling fool taking all the bandwidth. Nah, she's not on anything. Yeah, wife kicked the plug. She saw a new ball and beat him with it. Yeah. Is it my eyes or is he blurry? Still lagging a little. Cat shoot a wire. It's hungry. You good now? Polar bear, Chad. What's up, brother? Thanks for jumping in. Yeah, you good? Okay. All right. Well, I plan on ending the stream anyway. I wanted to make it a 2-hour stream, so like I said, it just ended prematurely here. But anywho, all right. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time, and hopefully I'll be live streaming next week. So stay tuned.